Welcome back. You know, your dog's tail is basically a mood ring, except, well, almost nobody actually reads it right. Today, we're doing an explainer on the 6 distinct things your dog's tail position is actually telling you. And I gotta say, sign number 4, it might completely change how you read your dog from here on out. By the end of this, you'll finally understand what they are actually saying. So let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. The tail mood ring, decoding dog tail height, how speed reveals emotional intensity, the left-right wag secret, and finally, how to master your dog's language. All right, section 1, the tail mood ring and why we've been reading it wrong. We all tend to have this, very basic assumption that a wagging tail automatically means a happy dog, right? But it's just not that simple. The tail is actually this highly complex communication tool. It's constantly broadcasting incredibly nuanced shifts in their mood, their confidence, and even their anxiety. Let's move to section 2, decoding dog tail height, from high alert to tucked away. This brings us to sign 1. When your dog's tail shoots straight up and gets totally rigid, that's not excitement. That is your dog puffing themselves up. It's actually a confidence or dominance signal, something you'll often see if they're sizing up another dog. Now, on the complete opposite end, we have sign 2. A tail pulled down low or tucked right between the legs means your dog is feeling unsure, submissive, or just plain scared. They're literally trying to make themselves smaller. If you see this, just stay calm, don't loom over them, and definitely give them time to relax rather than forcing an interaction. Building on that high and stiff tail, we have a really critical warning sign. If you spot that rigid tail paired with a tight, fast wag right at the absolute top, you've got to treat that as a warning, not a friendly greeting. Your dog is highly aroused in that moment, and you just need to give them some space to settle down. So what do we actually want to see? Well, sign 3 is their baseline happy state. This is a tail hanging naturally down near the hocks, their back ankles, with a really loose, easy swaying motion. When you see this neutral wag, it means your dog feels completely safe, comfortable, and generally just content with whatever's going on around them. And sitting right there in the middle, we have sign 6, a medium height tail with a gentle wag. Not too high, not tucked away low. This usually just means your dog is curious and engaged. They're probably investigating something new, like an object or a person, but they don't feel threatened by it. Moving on to section 3, speed reveals emotional intensity. This is the big plot twist of tail wagging. I want to ask you this directly. Does a fast wag always mean a happy dog? I mean, most people would instantly say, yes, for sure. But making that assumption actually leads to some pretty serious misunderstandings. Here's sign 4, and it's literally the one most people get wrong. Wag speed equals intensity, not mood. It just tells you the volume of whatever emotion they're feeling. A super fast wag could be bursting extreme joy, or it could be extreme high-stakes tension. Let's look at exactly how that plays out in practice. A slow wag generally signals uncertainty. They're just figuring things out. But watch what happens when the speed ramps up. A fast, broad wag that's paired with a nice, relaxed body, that's your classic happy excitement. But a very fast wag combined with a stiff, upright tail, that can actually signal an active threat response. It's the exact same speed, but a totally different meaning depending on what the rest of the dog's body is doing. All right, section 4, the left-right wag secret, or the subtle science of asymmetry. This brings us to sign 5, and honestly, this one surprises almost everyone. Researchers found this incredible subtle asymmetry in how dogs wag. When a dog is experiencing positive emotions, like greeting someone they love, they actually wag more toward their right side. But if they're feeling anxious or uneasy, the wag leans more over to their left. It is incredibly subtle, so you really have to watch closely. But once you train your eye to catch it, you'll start picking up on those mood shifts before absolutely anything else changes. Finally, section 5, master your dog's language. Let's put it all together. So the crucial point here is the next time your dog wags their tail, don't just assume they're happy. Run through our mental cheat sheet. 1, high and stiff means alert. 2, tucked low means they're scared. 3, loose and relaxed is your perfectly content baseline. 4, speed shows emotional intensity. 5, leaning right is positive, leaning left is anxious. And 6, a medium height just means they're curious. If you want to actually understand your dog instead of just guessing what they're feeling, make sure you subscribe to our explainers. Next week, I'm breaking down 5 signs your dog is actually trying to protect you, and you definitely won't want to miss it. But I want to leave you with a quick question so you can apply what we just talked about today. Take a look at your dog. What does their tail usually look like when they're just hanging around the house? Drop a comment below with their usual tail position, and let's see if we can decode it together. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.